Hello everyone, my name is Julia Shulgata. I'm a professional astrologer. This is my new English channel, so welcome. In this first video, there will be a story from my astrological analysis of the situation about Marilyn Manson's allegations of violence. I'm sure that many of you will be interested in listening to the analysis and at the same time understand what secrets astrology can reveal to you during my consultation. Information for the record will be in the description below. Subscribe to my channel, put likes, write comments, and press the bell to do not miss out any of my latest videos. Manson, what kind of person is this? This person is a stubborn careerist and will work until he succeeds. He knows how to make long-term plans to achieve his goals, often waits for good moments, seeks to experience his life as a great adventure. He always maintains a strong belief in his desires and dreams for a long time. He inherited from his parents the ability to protect his emotions. Hence in life he is a very modest and shy person. It is worth noting that his religious environment at the school where he studied influenced the choice of career direction, as a denial of the goals and norms of communication imposed on him. Self-image in society. How should I look? With whom should I communicate? And what kind of marriage I have to choose? The result was the following. Love, children, and hobbies in his life are manifested in the rhythm of music, lyrics, and his expression. Manson is an introvert who runs away from the old life in his youth, makes a global internal reassessment of its foundations as such. At the same time, intimate relationships are considered by him as an ideal, something beautiful and noble. We can say that the spiritual component in the relationship prevails. The future with a person plays a leading role for him from the very beginning. At the same time, the desire to escape from the routine interrelationship is also displayed in the course of his life. Manson is a spiritual person, but it is both philosophical and scientific spirituality. He subtly feels the influence of these forces, which helps him to be a leader and win. His ideals are always concrete, sometimes subject to the opinion of others. But the theme of the law is decisive for him. His perception, like that of a judge, often gives his choice to the heart. It cannot be said that he raped anyone or is involved in criminal cases of any format. Indicators of a rapist, are there any in his natal chart? No, there are rare indications that he is a stubborn person who is engaged in journalistic activities, and this has nothing to do with aggression. Moreover, this, in theory, would manifest itself from childhood. He is a philanthropist helping various communities, including educational ones, trying to help improve their living conditions. For him, unity, devotion, respect for symbolic values are important. This becomes his basis for understanding his existence. The woman to pave the way for allegations of violence was actress Evan Rachel Wood. To begin with, I will tell you what this person is like. The main aspect that always limits her in her character is the influence of her parents, who put in a basic understanding of the feeling of love, as it should be. One can characterize their words like this: love is work on oneself. A loved one must be successful and with a large social circle that will help you rise and become your friend. But the support for this main aspect is her personality, the sun. This person adapts to conditions that are not harmonious for her initially, behaves restrained and aristocratic. With this combination of the influence of parents and her personality, it manifests itself as a problem with a psyche, great resentment over trifles, and a tendency to suicide. And if she failed to achieve some financial or any other goals, then this again includes this aspect. This indicator has nothing to do with relationships, though the reason for her treatment was her personal mental problems. At the same time, restrictions are also based on aggression in relation to the same vision of love imposed on parents. Initially, this manifests itself in the desire to be the first and foremost in sports, then in relationships later. Despotism and dependence. It can be described that a person builds a close environment around her that should work on her. She also seeks to organize everyone but shows pressure and at the same time is highly dependent on the opinions of others. In criminal cases, Wood's fear of love reflects the theme of resourcefulness. For her, it is tactics, struggle, and most importantly, a sense of justice, which is higher than the true state of affairs. At the same time, she is in love, like a judge or a prosecutor. Remember about the strong touchiness described above. So, Manson and Wood relationships. It was she who started the story with the allegations of violence. What is really in their relationship? Main aspect. The main person in these relationships is Manson. Initial position in their perceptions fluctuated. To date her or not, whether she would become family to him or not, there are the questions he faces as he meets Wood. The support for him in these relations was the personality of Wood. What attracted him and what did her social position. This is benevolence, passion for their environment, the goal of benefiting humanity. The situation with the accusation of violence is visible in their synastry, a map of relationships. Initiator here is Wood, moreover from the position of a specific public organization, but the main goal is to make money on it, to become more popular. Initially in their relationship, it is clearly seen that the conflict took place on the basis of Manson's work. In simple words, she is very offended that she was not allowed to interfere in work affairs, was not given money, and did not launch even more projects with her. In simple terms, Manson stopped her from interfering with his work and ruined her financial expectations. The fact of pressure from her side on him is also interesting. Wood clearly expected that she would be provided with a new job and rise in his popularity. The cycle in the relationship takes the cycle of Jupiter, 11.9 years, which once again manifested itself in the accusations on her part. Where else was the conflict? First, it is worth noting his stubbornness as a reaction to pressure from Wood. Two indicators of power. Wood's Pluto is the planet of mass changes and power is in a degree of hardness. That is, it follows the course previously set for itself in finance and in civil marriage. Here, on his side, Pluto is in a degree of joy, combining a number of indicators in her chart that help create new projects. In essence, Manson's accusation of violence from Wood is a specific public project that has the goal of obtaining financial benefits. Moreover, she unites other acquaintances who help her in this. Relationship with the other woman is Esma Bianca, another actress who joined the accusations. On the map of relations with Manson, the aspect of Saturn Esma in a square to Mars Manson can be traced. In his map, Mars shows that the topic of violence and a criminal case was touched upon, moreover from the initiative of Esma herself. In this case, it is important for her as a result of public publicity and with the help of his acquaintances and guided by the topic of relationships, in the end to receive financial benefits. So here is the conclusion. In the story and in his new solarium for 2022, women contribute to financial loss and career problems. At the same time, social problems damage reputation. If you sit back, at the same time, during spiritual development and work, tension can serve as a good advance. Accusations can result in new creative project and self-realization, included in alliance with others. Globally, astrologically, the situation is manifested by strong public pressure on Manson's career and an attempt to not only to imprison, but to spoil his status, and this is a key goal in the whole story, for which he, as their request, must pay financially. Even in 2010-2011 had exacerbation of mental illness, which also plays a role. Moreover, the situation is connected not with a loved one, but with her family. In the same years, pressure was put on Manson, and it seems that then there were attempts to accuse him too. It is also interesting that, in general, in a relationship, Evan, on the contrary, acts as an offender, but not Manson at all. This is where I will end my story. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel, write your opinions in the comments. What do you think about this story? Here was Julia. Until